Welcome. So today we're going to work on the psoas muscle with a few other things. Mainly within our psoas and our hips, it's where everything connects. It's like a big magnet. So any kind of disruptions that we have in our life, or traumas, or just arguments and stuff, it all kind of goes into that space. So we want to keep it as fluid as possible. And as we exercise it, a lot of the energies that connect there will kind of go away. And we can move through difficult times by keeping open hips and emotions relieving from our system. So with that, let's take Anjali Mudra. Hands together at your heart center. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Filling up with air. The sound of hOMe. Slowly open up your eyes. Lower your hands down. And come to all fours on the mat. So if you really don't have a lot of time, this is what you really want to work on. This will open up your body and set you for the day. Place your hands on the earth, fingers spread evenly apart. Anchor your finger pads, knuckles, then thumbs. Curl your toes under. Now you're working right angles, okay? So the right angles on your forearm, you want to be able to set your forearm, the block up against your forearm, and it'll be flat on the earth. Same thing with your quads. Set a block flat down on the earth. This is just a way to check. Make sure you're at the right angles. So with your hips over your knees, your fingers spread wide. Inhale, draw your shoulders wide, draw your sit bones wide. Exhale, draw your glutes down, belly button spine. Continuing on with the stroke of your own breath, inhaling, exhaling. So now at the bottom of the next breath, when you think you have all the air out, I want you just to stay there and just continue to draw your glutes down and your psoas muscle down, belly button spine. Coming back into your inhale. You can move fast. You can move slow. Move. Do something different. Do something you don't normally do. Come back to center and turn your hands around so your middle finger is facing center of you. Come back into cat-cows. Back to center. Turn your fingers back around. Extend your right fingertips forward and your left foot straight back. Now turn your left toes towards the earth and perhaps reaching your right hand off to the right and drawing your left knee up to your left elbow and maybe extending it out to the left. Reach forward and aft. Bend your left knee, placing your right hand on the ankle. Press the ankle into the hand and twist, opening up to the right. And reaching forward and aft. One more, placing the right hand down. Taking the left foot over the right ankle, placing it onto the hardwood, gazing over your right shoulder back at the foot, and hips off to the left. Reach the left foot back, and then lower the knee. Extend your right foot back. Left foot moves forward. And then from here, extending your left finger to the left, gauging your core muscles, drawing your right knee to your right elbow. And perhaps extending it long. Reaching forward in that. Lowering the left hand. Take the right foot over the mat. Onto the hardwood. Hips off to the right, gazing over your left shoulder. Reach the right foot back. And then lower your knees. And then focusing on the sides of your hips, draw your hips back and your lower belly to the tops of your thighs. And checking in with your hands, making sure your hands are shoulder width apart. And your feet, gaze back at your feet. Your feet are hip distance apart. Keep your knees bent a whole lot. And then take your right hand, place it back on top of your sacrum. Go cross-referencing here, so you're using your left hand and your right foot to maintain stability in your asana. And then switching. So the key to this asana is keeping your belly on top of your thighs. Coming back to down dog. Now take your right hand this time and reach it across your torso. And see if you can take your left heel. Once you make the connection, give yourself a twist to the left. Releasing back to down dog and switching off to the other side. So it may be tricky, just kind of reaching, maybe grabbing the shin or the knee. The more you bend your knees, the easier it is to get into this asana. From here, come back, straighten both legs, draw both heels back, turn your inner thighs back, and then step the left foot forward into a lunge. Your torso parallel with the left thigh. Anchor your right hand down onto the earth. Take your left hand to your sacrum area. And then draw on at your stomach and twist to the left. And then reach your hand to the sky. Slowly release the hand down, framing your left foot. Maybe lifting your left toes, anchoring your left foot down to the ground. Press down your feet and reach up to crescent. And drawing your torso back over your hips, trying to keep a completely open circuit here. Lifting your right thigh up towards the sky, upper arms back. And then lowering both hands down, framing the left foot, drawing the left thigh back, turning your thighs towards each other. Runner stretch. Coming back into a bent knee, lunge. And stepping back, down dog. Come forward to high plank. You can stay here. If you're having an issue with your hips coming up, lowering down, just lower to your knees. Okay, you're still working your upper body. And from here, nice and easy, Chaturanga all the way to the earth. Maybe take a gaze back at your forearms. Your forearms are vertical, okay? That'll help you with your hand placement. Now press the tops of your feet down. Press your big toes towards the back of your mat. Isometrically spiral your hands towards each other. And then lift your heart, draw it forward. Draw your glutes back and your sternum forward. Releasing down. Draw your toes under. Engage your core. Press straight up. Back to downward dog. Bending your knees. Shifting your hips. And then stepping your right foot forward into a lunge. Bring your thighs towards each other. Anchor your left hand onto the mat. Take your right hand to your sacrum. Drawing in at your core, twisting off to the right, and then reaching up to the sky. Releasing back down to the earth. A nice solid lunge. Press down on your feet and reach back up. Crescent. So in order to maintain balance, you want to be focusing on the outside of your ITs and drawing the energy in. The energy will come in and it will rise up into your system, right up through your torso, your side bodies, upper arm. Keep bending your right knee, working to try to get this thigh parallel with the earth. Upper arms back, opening your fingers. Draw your left heel back, left inner thigh up. Lowering down, framing your right foot. Draw your right hip crease back. Coming into a runner stretch. Turn both your thighs in towards each other. Pressing down your big toe up. Back into your lunge. And stepping back, downward facing dog. Bring your toes to touch. Anchor your left hand down. Move the side plank on your left side. So this is level 1. And if you're having a struggle, you could go ahead and lower your knee down onto the mat. Draw your hips. So you're opening up across your upper torso. Keep your hands open. Push your heart up towards the sky. Enjoy your right shoulder right up against the back of your ribs. Come back down around. Come back to downward dog for 2 breaths. And then straighten your legs, bring your toes to touch. And moving on the side plank on the right side. You're taking the sole of your right foot and trying to press it firmly on the mat. Press your hips up towards the sky. Opening your hands, letting the energy flow up through the earth, through your right hand and out your left. And releasing back down, pressing back, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. And then lower your right knee onto the mat. Okay, so you want to press the top of the right foot down It's going to help center your knee and remove any kind of knee pain that you're having. And then take your hands up, interlace them on top of the left thigh. So from here, you draw your tail down. And isometrically, you're moving the top of your right hip and the sole of your left foot towards each other. You can stay here, or perhaps drawing your fingers down, allowing the energy to reach down and rising up through your shoulder heads, maybe over your head, and maybe with a closed circuit, elbow to elbow. Reach the arms up, lower your hands down, and step back to downward facing dog. Forward to high plank, chaturanga to the earth. Inhale the cobra or up dog. Exhale down, curl the toes under, engage your core, straight up, back to downward dog, and step your right foot forward into your lunge. Lower your left knee down, again the top of the left foot, interlace your fingers, the top of the right thigh. And drawing down on the sides of your hips. Maybe reaching your fingers down. Maybe reaching up. And if you're coming to a closed circuit with elbow to hand, go to opposite side as you did in the last one. Reaching back up to the sky. Exhaling down. Curl your left toes under. Come back into your lunge. Step forward and fold. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Draw your elbows out to the sides. Shins in. Thighs back. Your finger pads and lower down onto your seat. Reach your feet forward, reach your arms forward, engage your core, come down into your back, reaching over your head, the full body stretch. Bend your right knee. Take your right knee to your right shoulder. And then release the knee. Hold the shin parallel with the earth, placing your left hand outside the right knee, extending your right fingertips to the right, and taking your right knee off to the left, gazing off to the right. Allowing your left toes, turn to the left. Coming back to center. Extend your right foot up towards the sky and interlace your hands at your hamstrings right around the center of the femur. So press the foot up towards the sky and draw your thigh forward and use your power of your arm to draw the thigh back. So you're rooting the femur back down into the pelvis. And then releasing the leg, filling up with air, and then slowly lowering the leg down into the earth. bending your left knee. Draw your left knee back towards your left shoulder. Keep your feet engaged and continue to keep your breath active. So release the leg, let your femur become vertical, your shin parallel, right hand on the left knee, gazing to the left, let the knee drift off to the right. Come on back to center. Extend the left foot up to the sky. Again, placing your hands interlaced at the center of the femur. And just kind of rooting it down back into your body. Make sure you're keeping the right leg active. Toes up towards the sky. And hamstrings drawing down towards the earth. And then slowly, with the length of one full exhale, lower your left leg down parallel with your right. So from here, we're going to move into Shavasana. So set your feet comfortably apart. Bring your arms to your side. And slowly release all thoughts from your mind. All focus on your breath. Surrender. Allow the earth to come up and hold you. Slowly steepening your breath. As you're coming back into the space. Moving wherever your body calls you to move. Eventually drawing your knees back in towards your chest, taking your hands right below your knees onto your shins, pointing your knees up towards the sky, and doing some circles on the ceiling with your knees, working the center area of your sacrum, is drawing energy back into that space, moving with your breath, and then nice and rhythmically coming to the end of your breath and then switching directions, moving your knees back the other direction for about 3 circles on each side, and then finding your way onto your left side in the fetal position, letting your head rest on your left bicep, and again placing your right hand on the earth in front of your face. On the third breath, press down the right hand and come back to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands together at Anjali Mudra. So we're going to seal this practice with the sound of hOMe. And as we engage in this sound, I'm going to focus on the energy coming up your spine, through your whole system, and out the crown of your head. Possibly focusing on the white light. Inhale. Namaste.
Namaste.